Hello everybody, Manithral here. Welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we do see a patch week as long as the double XP is continuing. So for this week we actually have quite a bit of patch notes to go through. So up first we have the augmented rune crafting and thieving, which there is a couple hotfixes that they started out with. Which are that the hotfix is the Prosper perk now correctly works for thieving and rune crafting. And another hotfix was that necroplasm now disassembles in batches of 20. Leah now has additional dialogue when returning without the requested items to remind players of what items are needed. And dwarf traders have had some lessons in self-defense and can now better defend themselves from thieves, so now they do comparable damage to similarly leveled enemies. The duck quest, which kind of surprised there's stuff here, but they fixed an issue where an overhead emote didn't display when clicking out of conversation in the duck quest. The first fishing spot in Paddlington available after completing duck quest has been moved to a more visible location, which I know I had that problem. Added some visual effects to the relaxation spots and peas in the duck quest when they appear. Duck quest can no longer be started during an instance in Stolen Hearts. Graphically updated ducks and duckling across the game. Turn off the light beam in the Paddlington post quest. Moved one of the nest debris during the duck quest to improve visibility. Graphically updated Megaduck and Mrs. Duck. Improved required item info for the duck quest, which players can now view their dialogue options after receiving the recipe for the recipe during the duck quest. Made various improvements to the quest journal for the duck quest. Made various dialogue improvements to the quest, and ducks have made themselves a home in Fort Forntree Grove. So there you go. General, fix some blocking issues on the northern side of the wooden bridge and Lumbridge. Fix an issue where Sign of Death could instantly phase certain bosses in the game. Added additional tiles for completing unorthodox and perfect achievements. Unlocking the Defeater achievement now sends a broadcast message. The cave in Fort Forntree Grove can now be accessed. Fix an issue that caused the Archglacier's immunity due to the glaciate minions to not function correctly. Some text colors have been adjusted within the Branches of Darkmire quest to make them easier to read. The click box for one of the obstacles in the underground pass has been increased so that it's easier to interact with on mobile. Updated the click box for the match remote totem charging point. Fixed an issue with the invention success screen where the text was cut off and couldn't be read fully. Made the following adjustments to Turiel's combat path in Birthorpe. You now only require 75% of your life points to pass Turiel's inspections instead of 100%. This is to accommodate the maximum life point bonuses recently added to the equipped armor, including the bronze medium helm the player must equip to progress the Turiel's tutorial. Turiel's combat interface tutorials that require you to drag food or abilities to your action bar now tutorialize unlocking the backpack or unlocking the action bar if they're currently locked. Turiel's drag food tutorial is now separate from his adrenaline tutorial, so the adrenaline tutorial steps needed to be repeated if the backpack or action bar are locked. Fix an issue that caused roe and caviar to not be consumed as the first available food when the eat food ability is used. Updated the summoning obelisk to have its sound effects when interacted with. Removed an evergreen tree that partially obscured a hidey hole located in the White Wolf Mountain. Updated the telegraphing of the black flames of Zamorak. These now target the player's last location before they teleported to the Infernus. Resolved the issues that caused the Takhar and igneous capes to animate incorrectly with some body cosmetic pieces worn. Updated the positioning of some ground items, such as nails and planks, within the instance of the Spirit of Summer quest. Fixed an icon displayed when Thorgo makes an incanted pickaxe. Fixed an issue overlapping the music at the end of the Slug Menace quest. Fixed an issue that allowed players to equip the glistening shell as a weapon through the bank interface. Fixed an issue that caused the soft punk hairstyle to misbehave when various head cosmetics were worn. Updated the lab completion text for the Anachrony Agility course to improve readability. Removed a triangle that appeared in the skybox of Runespan. Fixed a typo when getting advice from the Slayer Masters on how to beat crocodiles. Fixed a typo with the rewind achievement description. The examined text will now correctly appear in the currency that is being examined in the currency pouch. Fixed a collision in the stone wall on Entrana. Fixed a typo when discussing the leap of faith with Kika. Fixed some issues with the floating scenery within the Stormguard Citadel dig site. Fixed an issue causing players to sink into the cave entrances on White Wolf Mountain. Fixed some minor blocking missing from some rocks in the wilderness. Leveling up a non-combat skill no longer triggers a combat level up message. Fixed an issue that prevented action bars from being correctly binded to certain weapon styles. The gold dish and Raksha idol no longer flicker when rotating the camera or during player movement within Zolo City. Fixed a floating shelf in the Dark Wizard's Tower. Fixed flickering textures on the floor during missing presumed death. Corrected several spellings of the Hereditas and Hereditas. So just switching the I and the E. These being the last letters signed Pontifex Belrock from the Empty Throne Room, the Book of Blood, and Commander's Log page 1, Praetor's Log page 2 and 3. The Eclipse Soul Prayer is now correctly hidden from the buff bar when using the overhead prayers toggle in the settings. Fix an issue within the map markers description getting cut off in the world map. Fix an issue with the Memory Dosser not automatically converting memories at the Elder Hall. Fix an issue which causes the Obliteration special attack to Devour to stop the Kesselem, the Wanderer boss, to stop healing entirely instead of the effect being halved. Fix some farming XP values that have been mistakenly changed in the previous update, so this is going to be the it's a lot of, well, no, there is some other stuff. So Renar Harvest, Arbuck Planting, Mango Harvest, Red Berry Harvest, Cadaverberry Harvest, Woolberry Harvest, Jingerberry Harvest, Whiteberry Harvest, Poison Ivy Harvest, Avocado Harvest, Liche Harvest, and Barberry Harvest. Updated the extended Super Anti-Fire effect to correctly last 12 minutes. It no longer resets when logging while taking the Overload Soul Potions. Resolved an issue that could cause a revalue text of the marketplace items to overlap with the purchase button. Unable to ensure, not unable, but update to ensure payers are able to use the bamboo on fletching workbench without additional materials in the inventory. Remove the green skirt chat head from the chat window in the Cyclops Enclosure Warriors Guild. Remove the Recruit a Friend button from the Social tab and Friends list. Minor update to the ensure when dragging items to the coin pouch, players are not disconnecting during the Tail of the Moose Buck quest. That's a weird chain. Minor update to ensure the logout icon can still be accessed regardless of whether players are in Legacy or non-Legacy layouts. Updated the Examine tab preview to reflect cape unlocks more accurately and added 3 new cape unlocks to the list: Master Max, Master Comp, and Master Comp Trim. Fix an issue where the flashing light could be seen on the floor of Kesselem, the Wanderer's Arena in the Sanctum of Rebirth on Ultra Plus settings. Fix an issue that prevented dragging prayers onto the action bar when any prayer was currently active. Corrected the functionality of meteorites and space dust. Those items will now prioritize skills with the lowest experience in them than non-max skills when determining which skills are eligible for a bigger boost of XP. Yes, Guardian Ice Cave from Easter 2025 Community Clues is now freely accessible. The failure message for the Cleanse achievement is no longer appears in chat multiple times during the boss fight. Then there is a player support and anti-cheating statistics. So this is as I'm giving a heads up. The average response time has been 45.1 hours in May 2025, which is greatly increased since, oh no, this is the ticket satisfaction, is 70.91%. Support requires, queries resolved. Just in April alone, it was 33,292. Year to date, it's 131,000. 23. Support Center views is 798K in April. Year to date is 3 million. So as you can see, there's actually quite a bit that is going on. Actually, this is an interesting one here. Actually, a lot of these are interesting. But the one is GP removed. This is one I find most interesting. April 2025 is 109.1 billion in RS3 and 2.3 trillion in OSRS. And year to date is 11.9 trillion in RS3 and OSRS is 10.1 trillion. It's a lot of gold getting removed just 1 year, and it's only within a couple months of the year. Oof. But double XP is still going on. Don't forget there is a double XP bundles if you are looking for that. Treasure Hunter Calendar is doing the Foresight, which is going for May 22nd and ending May 26th. So do check that out. And then we go to Community Showcase. Up first, we have Susie Owl, who continues to inspire all with her gorgeous work. And ACPL, doing a very fun and comic book-esque type version of going against the Talk Hard Hawk. So that is an interesting picture. I like it. And Scaper screenshots. Party has been hanging around Menifos and got some really good shots. And Kleptomama is getting a nice chill out in the middle of the Elven Forest. And then the Pink Skirt player events, of course. We have Gregorvik Wednesday, May 21st at 1200 game time. Mercy and Helpscape. The Heart of Gilnorth, Skate Lobby, World 35 FC's Helpscape. Dungeoneering team forming Thursday, May 22nd at 18:15. Jen and Red Wigan, Demonheim, World 77 FC's DG Chat. Next, Angel of Death, Friday, May 23rd at 2000 game time. Peppy Spot in the Boss Guild, God Wars Dungeon Ancient Prison, World 88 FC and Boss Guild. And of course, there is a full list. You can check it out. They have a ton of stuff going on. I do believe you have access in the main game, or the actual game's calendar. Community Spotlight, we have the Rune HQ website, which is a great source for RS3 and OSR's guides, databases, and clues. They have been around for quite a while, but they keep going. But they have some hosting events this week. They have the Tuesday Distraction stream, so probably Distraction and Diversions. May 21st at 0 World 60. Saturday, May 24th at 1800 World 88 is Hellweir. Sunday, May 25th at 1800 World 88 Virago Mass. They do also have a Discord, so do check that out. That will be everything for this week, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.